Hey everybody, Adam here for True North Wilds, and today I'm working with Lucky Bug Lures, luckybugLures.com, to talk about the Zombie Maxx, which is a lure that I have reviewed in the past. You can check that out on the YouTube channel. We have a lot of snow on the ground, we have a lot of ice on the water, so I'm going to talk about how to use the Zombie Maxx for ice fishing. So before you even go out on the ice, you want to make sure that you're doing it safely. So first things first, check the local ice reports. Check the conditions of the ice before you go. Plan your gear accordingly. Whether it's ice picks, whether it's an ice chisel, whether it's a survival suit, make sure you're taking the proper safety equipment with you. Lastly, and most importantly, know what thickness is actually safe. I'll put up a picture right here showing you the different thicknesses of ice and what is safe for different types of fishing, whether it's walking on off-road vehicle or regular vehicle. This is just a guideline, and of course, make sure you know the actual local conditions. Don't just go by this chart. With the Zombie Maxx, it comes in 3 different sizes: a 3-inch, a 5-inch, and a 7-inch. So the first thing you want to do is determine what size of lure that you need for the water that you're fishing. This is going to be determined by the target species, whether it's a big pike or whether it's a small panfish like a perch or a crappie, or something in between like a walleye or a sauger. So with that being said, let's talk about color. Water conditions are going to determine what color of baits you use. Just like in open water season, you're going to want brighter, flashier colors for darker, murkier, stained water. If you're in a clearer water condition and you need to tone it down a little bit, consider a more natural color. Of course, there's a huge variety of colors to choose from for the Zombie Maxx. You can check out the luckybugLures.com storefront. You can see all the different colors, and you can fine-tune what you're using to match exactly the conditions that you have. This is a swim bait. This is meant to be swimming. How do you jig this vertically and actually have success on the ice? This is a lure that needs movement. When it comes to vertical jigging, there's not a lot of different methods of moving the bait, but there's 2 very effective ones that are going to work well for this style. First method, jig it slow. Bring that rod tip up, way above your head, a good 4 or 5 feet, as high as you can. Let it sink down slowly. Because you're pulling it up a nice long way, you get all the movement, that realistic action from the joints on the way up, and you get that nice sinking, diving motion on the way down. Now method 2, jig it fast. This is where you do short little twitches. So you're going to take your rod tip and you're going to go up just a short, small amount and then down. And you're going to go up a short, small amount and then down. And every now and then you can just twitch it up and down in a very small space. Every little twitch that you put up, it's going to go up in a different direction. It's always going to point head down, and the tail action is always going to work that nice jointed action. Very, very good for mimicking a bait fish in distress. Irresistible to big predators. One last thing to consider when you're fishing with these, when you're vertical jigging, sometimes you need that little bit extra aside from just the action of the lure. Don't be afraid to tip the hook with a bit of a minnow, whether it's a minnow head, a minnow tail, or a full-size minnow. This is going to give you all kinds of action in the water. That bait on the hook, that minnow that you tip on the hook, whether it's a head or whether it's a whole minnow, is going to give off some scent. It's going to draw those fish in. It's going to give it that more natural scent. Likewise, don't discount the use of scents. In ice fishing, when you're vertical jigging, you have a very small area in which to work your magic. You have to draw fish in, sometimes from a ways away. Scent can be very, very useful for that. These lures hold scent very well inside the joints. Just smear on whatever scent that you're using, whatever attractant that you feel as it works its way through the water, as its joints do that lovely action that it has through the water. It'll be giving off that scent. That scent will be attracting big predator fish to come in and take a sniff. When they get in close enough and they see it and they can see the action, they can see that bait fish in distress, then they're going to bite down. The Zombie Maxx is a great lure in the open water. It's got that great swim action. It's just as useful through the ice. You can jig it fast, jig it slow, throw those twitches in there, add some scent, add some bait. Keep those conditions of your water in mind. You'll have some success with it, I guarantee it. You can check out the Zombie Maxx, the different sizes, and the huge variety of colors at luckybugLures.com. If you're not already, you can follow us on Facebook, facebook.com/TrueNorthWilds, on Instagram @TrueNorthWilds, and of course our blog site, TrueNorthWilds.com. Thanks for watching, and until next time, I'll see you outside.